Hello, I'm Typo2X.
And I'm Jester.
And you're not watching twitch.tv/TypoHouseGames. You're watching
Twitch.tv/KingJester719.
All right, and we have a Rebel Clash box here.
Yeah, so, bought it as a booster box. They did not send a box. They sent a box's worth of packs. What we're hoping is that they just had a bunch of excess Rebel Clash that they were trying to get rid of. What we're worried about is that they might be weighed or potentially resealed.
God, if they're resealed, I'm going to be so upset.
Though, granted, I don't super know what a reseal looks like, but it doesn't.
I mean, you'll know once you open them if they're resealed. Now, if they were weighed, that's pretty bad. It is harder to weigh Pokemon packs compared to other packs because Pokemon packs have the code cards.
Yeah.
And some of them are thicker than others. Generally, the green ones are thicker because they're not foil.
Yeah.
So that's how they balance out the weight. But if you watch some of our old videos when we were doing box openings like all night, you could literally pick up a pack and be like, this one is thicker than the rest. This one's going to have a foil. I think I was like 60% on them. Like,
wow.
it's not... You know, it's not an exact science because you're just going on feel, but you can tell for foils sometimes.
But, may as well go ahead and get started, right?
Yeah.
We're hoping for the best.
All right, so Rebel Clash, I think when we were talking about this is the set that has, like, the least playable stuff in it.
Yeah. Now, granted, my Phalanx deck is in this.
Yeah.
I've already got the full 4/4 of the Big Brother and Little Brother Phalanx cards, though.
So what are you missing?
Rose Towers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we've got some floating around somewhere, though. Horror Psychic Energy is really good, too. And then it has... what is it? Dragapult.
Yeah.
Dragapult was really good until Dark Box and stuff started running around.
Back-to-back Applins?
They're calling your name, Jordan. They said, come back to me. Come back.
Hey, look.
Listen, you have a place at Asopos now.
Yeah, I now have the Drizzles again. Also, how many cards are supposed to be in a pack, right? It's 10?
It's Search State right there, yeah.
There's 10, plus the energy, in that one at least.
So... probably not a reseal, probably weighed. And the other thing too with reseals, like you can normally look at it and tell because they have to heat press them back closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's 10 plus the energy. It's 11 cards.
Yeah.
Because it says 10 additional game cards on it, and then you'll end up with the energy. All right. Anyway. So. Yep, do the thing. There was the dude on TikTok. I don't know his name, and he's probably a bigger content creator than I am, so no point in me shouting him out. But he was opening some Japanese packs. Yeah, he was opening some Japanese packs. Man, the Japanese packs over there are cracked.
Yeah.
Like they're
also, if you've seen their cards look so much better. Like the borders being silver.
Yeah.
So much cooler.
I don't know what I think it was like their most recently released set, but I guess it was like some sort of special edition pack too. Like you open it, the energy is already in front, so you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And then it was a guaranteed foil energy, and then it was like a reverse foil and the rare and like one other
Gallermine?
Goffin.
Not the good one.
Yeah. Not Ascension.
Another top entry?
It's a shame that I think there's 3 Pokemon that have top entry, and I think they're all in this one. It's the Luxio, the Lombre, and then Lampent?
Yes, Lampent is the third one, because that's what I used in my Victini deck.
Before all the new stuff got announced. Victini's actually going to be relevant again, and it's going to be scary with that stadium.
I think I definitely shuffled one of those in, but okay.
Scoop up
net. Man, okay, on the Charge Bug, it's not this one. Why can't we have Japan's meta? Why can't I have Team Up Charge Bug?
It makes no sense to me that their block extends as far back.
Gold Tool Scrapper!
Okay, so I don't think these were weighed if
no,
they let you have that.
Definitely not.
That actually reminds me, you didn't get a gold rare in your base set.
I did not.
That's upsetting. And did you pull you pulled a full art.
Yes, I pulled the full art Sableye.
Yeah.
I got a gold tool
But
scrapper,
you didn't get
though.
any like full art trainers or anything either. So your first box, little disappointing in hindsight now.
It was 9 hits, but it was just
it was decent, but
that though,
that's nice. Especially Tool Scraper, because that's a card that gets reprinted a lot too, because it's been in a couple of different metas. I was leaning back and I could see the reflection of the ring light in my glasses. It was very disorienting.
That's cool. I got a gold card. Again,
Is that your first gold foil?
Yes.
Oh, that's neat. Phalanx.
Phalanx, and it's reverse hollow. That's going out. That's going in the Phalanx deck. That deck is so funny. I donked so many Jolteons in tournaments with it because people are playing Jolteon now in response to like the amount of Mew decks that are running around.
Which is funny because I feel like Mew versus Jolteon isn't even that good.
Jolteon wins it because they can ping Genesect and then boss another one, and then the next turn they boss another one, and it's a 3-turn win for Jolteon once they get going, and they can kill Mew's draw power. I've watched Jolteon win that matchup way more than I thought it would.
Yeah, and then Path to the Peak definitely helps too.
Cheryl also helps because once they burn their power tablets, they can't one-shot you. So you just Cheryl and get back to full health. You get another 2 turns.
Must be nice for them to not see 2 to 3 power tablets a turn. Because every time I've played against that deck, they end up playing 2 power tablets and having enough to one-shot my my V or something somehow. And I'm like, well, it's great for you. But, man, I was so upset. We did, like, a box tournament or something at Atomic. And I Marnied, I think it was Campbell, and he needed 2 power tablets to win the game.
He got 2 off the Marnie.
And he was holding one in his hand, and he'd already played one, and he drew into the power tablet. I was so upset.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And even if I hadn't Marnied him, he still would have got to him, because, again, he's playing Mew, so he had 2 to 3 Genesects out. But I was not happy. I was so upset.
Yeah. I'm so disappointed that Fusion Strike got printed, to be honest. I don't like that set.
I mean, I like Fusion Strike because I think what I originally thought Fusion Strike was going to be, I thought it was going to be more of a complement to like Single Strike and Rapid Strike.
No.
To where, you could like splash it into the decks because, again, it's a fusion of the 2 types. Instead, it's just...
It's just better?
Yeah, it's just a third type that's better, and I was a little upset with that. But... And, it definitely changed the meta a lot, where it's like 60% of the meta, but because of that, it's switched over to, a lot of people playing the Jolteon deck in response to the Dark Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why I do like Pokemon is that the meta can shift, and it has answers because of the weakness system. I know a lot of people complain about the weakness system and resistance, and how irrelevant resistance is, but resistance is only irrelevant until it comes into play and living through stuff. Like, again, Pokemon is a game where living through a one-shot is all you need sometimes. That's why stuff like Cape of Toughness and Big Charm are so important.
Yeah, that Phalanx deck that I was playing, I ran into Surf and Turf. Thought it was going to be a terrible matchup, and then he hit 3 energies and did 70 damage to me because of my Phalanx V's abilities.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he flipped those energies and it did 70, and he didn't knock out my baby Phalanx on the bench, he scooped.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he scoop right there?
Yep, he was like, nah, I'm not playing this anymore.
Yeah. The Phalanx deck was a lot of fun when it first came out, and there's some stuff that came out recently that makes it better, like Battle VIP Pass makes that deck cracked. Yeah.
I hit for 150 every single game I play.
And I feel like that was one of the big problems the deck had back then, and now the problem it has is twofold. One, it doesn't have enough energies, because you only have 2 double colors, so you have to work harder. Raihan and like basic energies help a little bit. I
was gonna say, I never ran into a problem of not swinging. My problem is purely Mew.
Yeah.
Meloetta and Mew existing is just like it just destroys Phalanx. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, and the fact that it caps out at 150 damage and that's not enough to 2-shot some Pokemon is unfortunate. I think once we get Command Belt, it'll be a little bit better because then you can guarantee 2-shot Vs. But I feel like that's a Band-Aid on a bullet wound kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like,
Phalanx's problem now is just how overwhelming Mew is in the meta.
Yeah. Now, if electric decks start running around more...
Or if Eternatus starts running around again.
Yeah, anything that's weak to fighting, I think it's going to pop back up. Because it was very popular for a little while, but that's when ADP was still out, so it's like, listen, you can do whatever you want, but, I'm swinging for 180 damage and getting 2 prize cards off your single prizers. You don't have the time to stabilize. And then...
Ooh, Full Art Eldegoss V.
Eldegoss is so good. It's one of those cards that finds its way into so many decks, but
it's never going to be played anymore. There's Luminion.
Oh, because Luminion. Yeah. I agree, but I could still make an argument for Eldegoss in some decks. I don't know what those decks are, but if you're playing a very slim supporter count, and you have to get them back from the discard, I definitely think Eldegoss is better. But why would you not just play more?
Yeah, I was gonna say my question is why would you not just play Palpad
Yeah.
to get it back in the first
Because
place?
then you have to play 2 cards.
But you're having to play 2 if you're running Luminion and Eldegoss anyways. You could play it.
Well, no,
and
you don't play both. You play one or the other. Like I feel like in something like Rayquaza where you mill through your deck really fast, Eldegoss would be better. But Rayquaza is a trash tier deck anyway, so no, that's not it's not a conversation.
Ooh,
that
I
ever
needed
happens.
this Aegis Slash for my
I love that
Precons.
card.
Because when I was going through all that bulk, I have 3 of the sword attack versions.
I had the same problem.
None of these.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, I wanted to put together an Aegis Slash pre-constructed deck, but I never had the shield.
Yeah. That's another card that I wish we could do more with. Like when we got the Aegis/V, and I was like, wouldn't it be really cool if there were 2 different versions of the V or VMAX and you could switch between the 2 of them? Because that's Aegis/Slash's whole gimmick. But I understand why they didn't do it because that could be like some overpowered stuff. But
I guess we still need the Bronzors.
I mean, do we? What's playing Bronzong right now? Is there anything coming out where Steel is relevant?
Honestly, not really.
Yeah.
I think the only metal deck that's unfortunately still relevant is
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
And Paw Patrol doesn't play.
And it doesn't need them.
Yeah. Now, if you're playing the
but
janky version with what is it, the V Union? Yeah, I could see doing
Yeah.
it. God, the V Union deck was so much fun.
But if people want to still try and play like Corviknight, then you'll need it.
I mean, the Corviknight that runs around right now is the stall version, so
Yeah.
I don't personally like it because I don't like the game taking that long.
Twin, let's go.
Yeah, because all my twins are tapped, so we definitely need to get more of those. Is there anything good in Rebel Clash that you're looking for? I know you mentioned
Twin.
Yeah. Oh, this would be another interesting set to kind of draft because the Phalanx and the Twin Energy being in it. God, could you imagine pulling? Because Phalanx is a common.
I think
feel
so.
Like, yeah. So if you pull like 4 of the Phalanx and one, just one of the V and enough twins, you would.
Training Court. That's another one we need.
We definitely needed a bunch of those. What's that? Was Berserker in? Berserker was
the first one.
And then the Evolution Roar was in this one.
Yes.
That's interesting.
But I don't even need the Evolutionary Roar for the Berserker. I need it for Beedrill. Again, it takes a special mind to play the Beedrill version.
It
definitely really does.
Yeah. And I think I only played it like 2 or 3 times. You've probably played it more than I have.
I've watched that video like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
And I love playing it anytime I can get the chance to.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I sat down and actually learned how to play it, I could do it. But, again, I would just rather play a more consistent version of the deck.
Inteleon?
Yeah. It's a shame that that version of Inteleon fell out of favor. Because that was one deck that I really liked. Cause
I hate it.
It was an interesting deck because it had Energy Denial and Bench Snipe.
Just
so
stall.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was quote unquote an aggressive control deck because so many of the control decks and stall decks you see now don't worry about ever attacking, and that's one of the reasons I don't like control and stall in this game. Because coming over from Yu-Gi-Oh, you had control decks and you had stall decks that did the same thing where they never worried about attacking or doing anything. But I played Monarchs, and Monarchs were all about like getting card advantage and swinging big bodies around, and that was always my mindset of control.
Ooh, Apple Drop Flapple.
That's the one that does the damage.
2 damage counters, right? Yeah, we're going to put that one over there.
Do you think there's a place for that coming up anywhere soon? Or?
Nope, because quick shooting Inteleon's just
better.
Better.
Yeah.
I wish, I like that the Drizzle line allows consistency for other decks to be played, but I hate that it has basically just pushed any other support Pokemon to the side because there's no reason to play them over the Inteleon in line.
Well, I mean, what support Pokemon would you rather play?
I think it'd be interesting to have the Flapple so you can keep your bench space open.
Yeah.
Like that. No, but there's no reason because quick shooting Inteleon just does it. And if anybody ever has you discard something, you're probably just going to discard a Crobat anyways.
Because, I was playing Rayquaza and I didn't have the room for the Sobble and Drizzle line because I had to play the Flaffies and Mareeps.
Yo, let's go.
Hey. So, they're support Pokemon, but they're very archetype specific. Like, even when Arceus and Raichu comes out, they're still not going to play the Drizzle. They're going to play the Flaffy and Mareep. And the Flaffy and Mareep aren't going to be as, essential as it was in Rayquaza.
I think they're still going to be essential in Arceus, Rayquaza. It's just Arceus is going to be what gets you set up first because Arceus is going to thin your deck.
Yeah.
So that when you get to Ray, there's the Lampent.
Yeah, Rayquaza was super upsetting because it ran into one of 3 different problems. 1, you didn't get the energies. 2, you couldn't get them into the discard pile, or 3, you just didn't see the flaffies. And I think the like version with Adventures Discovery helped that out a lot because they just maxed out on the rays and just dug for everything. But then you end up decking out and just running out of resources too fast. Even with the pal pads and the recycling, it's like it's probably the best version of the deck, but it's still not a great version.
Not when Mew can just give the same damage output, but way better.
Yeah. But I'm really
Pokeball.
the second we saw that Raichu, was like, man, why is this just better Rayquaza?
Yeah, that Raichu's really good.
And I definitely want to play it. I want to play, like, I think the Arceus version is definitely going to be the better version of it, but I want to figure out a way to play it with Boltund too. Especially if I can't get my hands on the Arceus early enough.
I just want to play straight Raichu.
Yeah. What would you play in this straight Raichu? Like,
well, first of all, I'd run 4/4 Flaffy.
Yeah.
4
Raichu.
4 Raichu.
Yeah.
Obviously, Stormy Mountain. Still run Battle VIP Pass because I think at this point there's no reason not to in the meta. You just need You need all your Pokemon out turn 1.
Yeah.
Especially on the evolutions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need all the Raichus out turn 1, but I need all 4 Mareep out turn 1.
Yeah, and then with Ultra Ball coming out, having dead cards in your deck later on isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Double Galarian Darmanitan deck.
Yeah,
That one.
It's funny how often that happens. Stuff like
Never
that.
5 in a row though.
Yeah.
What set was that Weedle in? Was that Weedle Chilling Rain?
Oh, I have no idea.
Galarmine. Let's go.
Cancer.
Yes.
Oh, say whatever happened to that Salazzle Butterfree deck? What were you missing for that? Why isn't that
Drizzles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What am I missing for all of the single prizer decks at my house right now? Drizzle. That's like the only card I'm missing from all of them.
Because we need to get those put together and start doing some more deck profiles. Because the channel's been a little dead for a little while.
Well, that's part of the reason I bought 6 boxes is so I can get cards to build more of those.
Did we really only pull 1 Drizzle out of that whole box?
2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. So you have a complete playset. More Galarmine, because we definitely didn't have enough of those either.
No, we didn't.
I don't think anyone wanted you to have enough, but we did not have enough.
Also, now on top of my my G-Weezing deck, another Durant Mill list has popped up today.
Yeah. I saw you guys talking about that.
I still don't think it's good. But I think it's cute.
Yeah, I think it's a solid base going into Brilliant Stars because, again, having more energies to attack with Durant is super important.
Yeah, Double Turbo is absolutely essential for Durant Mill to...
Yeah, especially in a deck that doesn't care about damage.
Yeah. God, could you imagine if it made Durant Mill 1 less card? Ooh. Why are fire Pokemon so garbage?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Is burn relevant at all?
Yes, but no. When that deck was running around before, like, we got all the new sets. I think that was before Vivid Voltage when you saw it a lot. Burn was enough to potentially one shot something.
I guess you could that card would be able to bully Dedenne and Crobat.
Yeah. On it, I think it has counter on it too.
Yeah, it does have counter.
Yeah. So it's like I live through the attack and I'm a VMAX, so I have enough HP to
speed energy
to deal big damage. But if it's not quite enough to knock you out, the burn from something else might have been able to. Is that the Infiltrator deck?
Yes.
Dragbolt? God, that deck is still obnoxious. It's not good, but it's still obnoxious.
Yeah, when you just don't get to kill it for like 3 times because you flip tails.
Yeah, those coin flips. I think it says specifically damage on it though, doesn't it?
Yes, if any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin.
Yeah, I've run into it and expanded once or twice while I was playing my Yveltal deck, and I was like, ha.
That's annoying.
God, I love decks that say they can't be damaged. I'm like, dude, I'm playing Yveltal. None of you are ready for this. And then you run into like the Mew V-Union or the Magearna EX, and I was like, why are you ready for me? This doesn't do anything.
Nugget seems like a neat card.
Yeah. So in Celebrations, there was like a Zacian level X. I understand why it's not playable because it's not a mechanic that's in the game. But I saw that as like, man, this card is really good. I would love to play this because it's basically Zacian V, except it's a single prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm happy that single prizers are relevant again.
Me too.
I watched Tricky Jim play Mad Party with Brilliant Stars cards. That deck is obnoxious now.
Yeah.
It is completely absurd. He outraced Mew VMAX in deck drawing.
What deck?
Bad Party.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Outraced it.
That's with Brilliant Stars and the new energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
The new energy. He had the new buy barrel.
That card is real good.
That card's really good.
Like, watching people talk about this set, they're saying, like, this is one of the best set for competitive in a while with just the amount of, like, staple cards that you're seeing in cards that give you, different options. Like, that buy barrel is busted. You got an Eevee, man? Congratulations.
Another Eldegoss?
Eldegoss. Back to what I was saying about Eldegoss. That was a card that found its way onto a lot of lists, and every time I would put it in my deck, and I was like, I hate this card. It never does what I need it to do.
Oh. Yeah, like when you open with it, have to lead.
Yeah, or no, like just like I'll sit there and I'll hold it in my hand forever, and I was like, I have other cards in my hand that I would rather play than like going to grab like a boss. Like Eldegoss is only good like late game when you really need the boss and you can guarantee one, and I never saw it late game.
Another reason that I wanted all this bulk is because, Gym Leader Challenge format. I really like that format.
Well, the unfortunate thing about the Gym Leader Challenge format, I feel like most of the cards that are really good in it are like older sets.
They're Sun and Moon cards.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, again, unfortunate because I feel like, again, they've put far more time into building like archetypes, stuff like Mad Party or the Vs and VMAXs than they did into like some of the single prizer stuff, and that's why in stuff like GLC, you're only seeing mostly older cards, and that is upsetting.
Toxtricity.
Yeah, because I'd love the game to have more variety, because I feel like a game with a open variety, like a lot of variety in the meta, is a healthy card game, because you never know what you're gonna get, but because of the nature of Vs and VMAXs, there's not a lot of interaction in the game going on right now.
The biggest problem with Vs and VMAXs, I don't even necessarily think it's the evolution problem. I think it's the VMAXs can one-shot Vs on turn 2 entirely to consistency.
Yeah.
Consistently. So whoever wins the coin flip just kind of wins the game.
Yeah. I do hope that the V-Stars kind of help that out, because I don't think the V-Stars are as strong damage output-wise, and they're definitely not as strong HP-wise. So... and then again, they only give 2 prize cards, so there's more chances for interaction. Because you've been saying for a little while now that a V format would be much better.
I completely think a V format would be better. There's no evolution. Decks would be more likely to try and go second, so that they could, potentially swing first and get ahead in the damage race. It would, and all of your support Pokemon are the ones that are evolving.
Yeah.
So like at that point, you're crippling support, but because it takes less to get to a V setup, like losing your support isn't as vital towards losing the game.
Yeah, and when you look at like the Sword and Shield,
another
Eldegoss
V.
Again, when it came out, it would not. You would be happy to be pulling those.
Anybody need an Eldegoss V?
Yeah. That and like Cramorant, like that's another card that the Cramorant V was a card you saw run around for a long time, and it was solid. And then it just like eventually fell out of favor.
Because wasn't its first attack like just go get 3 cards out of your deck and put them in your hand?
Yeah, it was great. And then
Marnie.
Yeah. Well, people only play 4 copies of Marnie, and then if they're playing Marnie, that means they're not playing something like Research, so they're not getting as many cards as they could have. And that's not why people played the Cramorant. People played Cramorant because its second attack, Spit Shot, did 160 damage, and it was enough to snipe it today off the bench. And I think that's the big reason that Cramorant fell out of favor, is because there's nothing good to snipe off the bench.
That Cursola is really annoying, given the newer Cursola that come out. RTFC. I ran into a deck that was built solely around the Perish Body Cursola and almost lost to it because I didn't realize which Cursola it was.
Yeah.
Until I lost a Greedent VMAX.
That's unfortunate.
I was like, okay, well, I know how I'm playing this game now. I'm just not going to swing.
Yeah. I ran into a Greedent VMAX deck and expanded. It was scary because I had to put out my Execute as my first Pokemon.
Oh, no.
And he just outright killed it.
Twin Energy. Also, I 100% just put all of those trainers back up here. Let's get all those off.
Oh, that's really bad because that was all the staples and stuff, too. You were pulling out, yeah.
But it's all fixed.
Oh, that's good.
Because I knew the top card was Cursed Shovel.
Yeah. It's good that he realized it now and not later.
Yeah.
Was that a Ludicolo for the last card?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that Ludicolo. I've only ever seen the good one.
That Ludicolo's deck is actually pretty interesting. For 2 colorless, you do 60 times the amount of prize cards you've taken. So it's actually
not bad.
So it's actually a card for winning the game, not losing the game.
Yeah.
Put it in Torterra.
Let's see how many packs we got left.
This is
that
the last
last
one.
pack? Alrighty. I think we might need to take a short intermission. I
Another
am
speed.
starving.
I ate right before I came over.
Yeah, we did not. Technically, I don't think we had lunch until like 1. And then
All right.
I didn't have a proper lunch, so I am famished.
That is
That is Rebel Clash. So how
Rebel
do you
Clash.
Feel, yeah, how do you feel about this box?
I like the Tool Scrapper.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Full art Eldegoss to go with, I've got a whole army of Eldegoss at this point.
Yeah.
Anybody want to build an Eldegoss V deck? I got you.
Does it even do anything? I think it's got what, float up where it adds it back to your hand?
Yes. No, you shuffle it and the attached cards into it back into your deck.
If it went back to the hand, that would actually be decent because you could just play it down again and be like, yes, let me get another supporter. I've actually lost the game because somebody used float up and then quickballed for it to grab the boss.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was really upsetting.
I think it'd be a really funny pivot if you had a deck that had, like, energy acceleration.
Oh, it doesn't even have free retreat cost.
No, it's 1. But, like, if you, you accelerate 2 energy to it, float up, and pivot back into, like, your wall.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting.
Oh, God, you could do it with, like, the, cards like Glaceon VMAX or Zamazenta where like they can't be damaged by
That'd
VMAXs,
be obnoxious.
and you just float up, put it back in the put the wall back in the active, and then play it again, go get boss, and you just boss stall people.
Yeah, that'd be very unfortunate because you only need one copy of boss to do it. Anyway, you have not been watching twitch.tv/TypoHouseGames. You've been watching
Twitch.tv/KingJester719.
But you have been watching YouTube/TypoHouseGames. If you like what you've been watching, which I forgot to do this sign out in the last one because I got distracted. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. One day, oh yeah, do some codes too. People are just going to start skipping to the end of the video, but you know what? That's okay. That's why we talk for like 5 minutes after we show the codes, so people still have to look for it. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. One day I'll actually start making thumbnails that look good instead of just doing screen grabs. And it's, oh God, that's a whole nother bag of worms. That's not a saying, is it?
I have no idea. It might be.
I think can of worms is what I was looking for.
Yeah, can of worms.
Yeah.
There's actually a saying.
Yeah.
A saying where there's a word for it where you take 2 idioms.
Yeah. I know what that word is, but I can't remember what it is right now. It's like mal something. Anyway, it's silly how much a good thumbnail affects a video, and I should really do more, but I'm lazy, and I am not an artist.
So I'm realizing that because I don't have a Rebel Clash box, I have to find
Oh no!
a way to just stack Rebel Clash over here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Anyway, that's been it for this video. If you're on YouTube, you're gone.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone. But if you're on Twitch, don't go anywhere because we got 4 more boxes.
4 more.
Some V-Stars and a mail opening to do. So bye, everyone. We got a lot. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.